Morning, everybody. It's the 15th of Feb. We're Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Both have a good weekend? Goodish?
No, not really, no.
No.
Lost the football, lost the rugby. Pretty crummy.
Didn't lose the rugby?
The Irish did, mate.
Oh, right, okay. Are you giving up on England now, have you, after they lost against Scotland?
Yeah, I think Scotland fucked up as well, didn't they, against the Welsh?
I watched that last night, Scotland-Wales. I didn't watch the England game, but
yeah, I mean the sending off was pivotal, really, wasn't it?
And they should have got that try. They got held up, didn't they? But,
yeah,
they're getting battered in the cricket as well.
Yeah, 25-1 England are now. More like 100-1.
Yeah, they're never going to win that.
No.
Yeah, so Arsenal won, so there was some good from the weekend.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they had a good win, didn't they?
Nice little Valentine's present for you, Joe.
Yeah, indeed. We celebrated Valentine's on Saturday. Had cooked a nice meal. That was decent anyway.
Did you charge her less on Saturday?
No. Freebie.
Oh, good man.
Okay, right. What's going on with the markets? It's a US holiday today, so expecting things to be a little bit quieter, I think,
and
as a
China.
result. And China holiday as well.
Yeah. Really good figures out of Japan overnight, GDP.
Yeah, I see that's looking
12. They're expecting 9%. It came out at 12.5, I think. So
the yen's looking quite a bit weaker.
Yes, stocks are taking a decent bid, haven't they?
Yeah, oil's popped this morning as well on the back of a few things.
Who wants to go first then?
I don't mind.
Stevie go first.
Just looking at oil again. We'll start with the longer term charts, which we've talked about, and we've got this obviously this big trend line. We're fast approaching. We're actually on it right now, 60-50. Obviously, the trend line's dropped from last week. We still potentially have an ABCD correction higher, although this runs into this resistance here from previous highs. So mid 60s we're talking about in the WTI crude oil. In Brent we're looking at the $70 level, so $7.50 away. From a more of a fundamental or global perspective, there's some issues surrounding the Middle East. Saudi-led coalition fighting in Yemen said it intercepted an explosive-laden drone fired by the Iran-aligned Houthi group. So this raises fears of maybe Middle East tensions again. This has led to the sparky start this morning.
It's about the weather in the US as well. Have we seen that?
Yeah, and also, we're getting close to the levels which the OPEC Plus nations are really looking at. The US shale producers become competitive around the $60, just above the $60 level.
It becomes so efficient for them to get it out of the ground.
Exactly.
Cost effective.
So it's sort of like the OPEC Plus nations will be thinking, let's open up a little bit now. So that could potentially put a cap on it, but the Middle East and the weather could influence sort of like the bid as well. But
so they've got an Arctic freeze gripping the central US. They broke 800 daily records for cold temperatures in the last week.
All the way down to Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah, down to the Gulf of Mexico. And there's going to be potential rolling blackouts across Texas.
Wow, global warming.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't think so. So there's a gap on the chart, on a daily chart, which we've got to be aware of. Closed prices, the high on Friday was 59.70 and the low today is 59.96. So there's a 25-cent gap on the chart, which we expect to be filled before it tries to move higher. On the gold, obviously very heavily dollar influenced. Dollars had a bit of a pullback, so this has helped support gold to a certain extent. A couple of levels I'm really watching in gold. Obviously we've got this upward supporting trend line that comes in at 1790, which isn't far from the previous swing low of 1785. Obviously on the hourly chart we talked about this head and shoulders formation, which played out really nicely, but as we can see in the last hour we've started to pip up a little bit. On the weekly chart we're still in a bearish channel formation. Really, the levels to watch for me this morning, 1830, I think could prove quite pivotal. I think if that caps price action this morning, we could have another run down towards the 1800 level. If it doesn't, then it opens up targets above around about 1855 and 1875 in gold. Silver is also it's trading a little bit better than gold, a little bit more positive, and it's above the hourly Ichimoku cloud, but we've got resistance coming in at 27.79. We're not far away from that, only about 40 cents away from that. So that should look to cap price action at the moment. 27.63 is the more recent high. But we've sort of like forming on the hourly chart, we've just formed a morning star formation. So potential for a test of the 27.62. That should lead to a retest of 27.78. And then that opens up the upside. A nice easy correction for silver. That benefited obviously from the Wall Street bets and meme stocks the other week. A normal correction would take it up to 28.59. If we look at the fib levels on that, I'll reattach that to the proper.
Not far off, is it?
Yeah, not far away from the 61.8, which is just a normal correction. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Rolling across to indices, all very positive this morning. We've seen FTSE take out highs back at the end of January, looking very positive. On the daily chart, we were looking at this reverse head and shoulders formation. Still potential there, but obviously this double bottom will be targeting the head. So at the moment, we're seeing decent resistance from mid-Jan to end of Jan that we're running into. But a break above 6,800 should launch an assault on the 69.60 high. On the DAX, we're seeing the same thing. We were in this ending wedge formation, which we've talked about for a while. We've still got the double top in place, although it is being tested now. So great start to the indices this morning. CAC pushing higher above this year's high and getting back towards where we were in February last year. So very positive start to the CAC as well. Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P all looking very good. S&P for me, the 4,000 level isn't far away, which will be a psychological resistance. The wedge top is coming in at 32,000 in the Dow. Nasdaq, we're going to the moon still. So that's about it.
Wow.
All very rosy on that front. Ian, what's it looking like on the FX stuff?
Let's start off with the dollar. The dollar safe haven being driven really by stocks, I think. So we did mention on Friday that we believe that we're in this BC leg, and it was one of the hardest legs to trade of a cipher pattern, because sometimes it finishes at 38.2 and sometimes it goes all the way up to 88.6, and at the moment it looks like it's finished at 38.2, but until we break this swing low, this leg is still in play, and we can see we're just getting a little bit of upward price action at the moment. So it's sort of in no man's land. We want to be selling a break here, or we want to be selling higher up, really, to try and get the CD leg wherever it is, because we don't know. Euro dollar, and again, we talked about this on Friday. We said that this is what we think's happening, which would move up towards this level to make a Gartley formation. Again, that dip lower on Friday was pretty mild. If we break that swing high, then I believe we're on the next leg up. Cable is really outperforming most other products, or most other dollar pairs, I should say. We've got a 261.8% extension level up here at 139.72, which also lines up with some other shorter time frame patterns. So I think this is still going to be the focus. We had that little descending triangle formation on the daily, on the intraday chart, and it broke it, hit its target, and literally span round and just went straight back up again. So I think cable's looking pretty positive. Dollar Swiss, again, big picture analysis. I still think that we've completed this fifth wave, but we're now in this sort of choppy start sequence, if you like, to the upside. Opposite, well, sorry, the same as the dollar index, opposite to euro dollar. It's virtually -1 correlated with euro dollar, dollar Swiss. And again, just moved up, very mild correction from that impulsive move to the downside. Selling rallies up here, selling a break there, or buying a dip there is basically how you play this formation. What I do like here is that it is holding out pretty well for a bat pattern, in the fact that it's just bounced off the 50%, and it wouldn't then make a new low. So 161.8% and 88.6% being the confluence area, which would basically say that this is A and then B, and then we move higher in C from that leg there. I thought dollar yen was quite interesting this morning. The yen basket's looking like it's oversold. We mentioned the fact that we bounced off the 38.2. And we also mentioned that if you could get towards an 88.6% pullback level, then selling up at this C leg with a tight stop holds quite good risk reward. We've got a confluence area all the way down here. I'm going to have to put my glasses on, I can't see bugger all. All the way down there at about 100 to 100.58, 100.65. And the 88.6% pullback level being that at 105.61. So getting up towards there. A few other yen crosses are looking overbought as well. Dollar CAD. We mentioned this has been a prime support to then move higher, to then move lower again. And again, if we break this low here, then 125.12 will form a Gartley pattern. So again, sort of selling into mild rallies or selling a break and targeting this level down here, while that dollar index still looks weak. And that brings us on to Aussie dollar. We talked about this last week. Consolidation even looked like it was going to form sort of a shorter term head and shoulders pattern, but it hasn't. The target level is really up here, 78.72, 78.86. I think that will then move lower towards this consolidation area, head, left shoulder, head, and then form a neckline and then go up. So choppy around here for quite some time yet, I think. Euro sterling. Rallies just keep finding sellers. Big picture analysis is that we're still in this choppy fifth wave. 86.30, 85.80 is sort of the target area for that. Euro yen obviously getting pushed higher with stock indices and those other yen crosses. I still think this is going to be the main focus. This is a 61.8% pullback level, and it's located at 128 again. All my numbers mixed up this morning, which is not good for an analyst, really, is it? 128.62. And that's about it, really. I'm not seeing any other crosses that are really jumping out at me.
Okay, it's yeah, just looking at a flick through the charts myself, it doesn't look like there's many opportunities, and I think more chop, especially as we've got US off today and China off today, so, and no news by the looks of things. So
no.
Anything else on the news that you guys have seen that we should be across?
No, not really.
Trump got acquitted over the weekend. Bitcoin hit 50, just shy of 50,000, but then dropped sort of 6%.
Feet are up 10% overnight.
You got a mate still crowing about that, have you?
It was up 10. It was up 10% on Saturday,
right?
And then he's woken up this morning another 10%.
That's the thing with coins. I just can't get my head around. I don't want to be trading it 24/7.
This is the chart. That's the weekly chart, and I think he got in down here, so he's doing very well indeed.
Nice.
If you look at the higher time frames, it just doesn't. I mean, look, it's just nothing, and then bosh.
Did Elon Musk put that in his bio or something? That one.
I don't know, but my pal says it's going to be. It's sort of reputed to be the next Bitcoin, basically.
Yeah, they're all that, aren't they? There's
Well,
thousands of them.
yeah, potentially.
Okay, so going to the head trades from Friday, not much to speak about. I think we made a small bit of money collectively. Let's have a quick look. Steve had the biggest return on the day, which was 0.69R on Bitcoin. We were pretty flat here, so down 0.13R on dollar Swiss and down half an R on New Zealand dollar Japanese yen. So flatlining really. Probably more of the same, I would think, today, given the fact that markets don't look particularly great or with many opportunities around. And as we said, the holidays in US and China. Either of you got an idea?
I'm sort of trying to find
Come
one
back to me
now.
later.
Yeah.
I'll go
Should we
for
have a
this
day
one.
off?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
What's that?
Have a day off. This is
Yeah.
Bitcoin, talking about cryptos. This looks like a wedge to me, which has the bias to break to the downside. That's prime short entry, I suppose, 48,192. How far away did it get? I mean, that's got to be profit taking, isn't it? But
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a go at
psychological
this.
50,000 level. Once it bursts through there, going to 60, 70, 80. Who knows?
That's why I'm selling it.
Exactly. I just wanted you to get to confirm you were selling it.
I like the it can go anywhere, this thing, as far as we're concerned anyway. 475.40 for what's going on there?
These are big boy numbers. You won't be used to these.
No, I know. I'm all over the place actually. I don't know. Right, I'm selling it. I think at 475.40. It's actually 475.80 now. Stop at 484.63 with a target at 437.00. 4R.
Nice. Steve, you got one?
Doubt it. Is that what you said?
Not really. No, let's look at the dollar. Dollar just looks a little bit poorly, but I'd rather sell it at break of 1926. No, I haven't got anything. Have you got anything?
I mean, it's highly as they all are, but maybe for a gap fill on oil.
Oh, you just took the words out of my mouth. Go on, you go first.
All right, so it's 60.26 at the minute. Stop loss 60.62, targeting a fill of the gap at 59.42, 2.24R. I mean, the stop isn't great. I'd like to ideally have it above the highs, but in order to make the risk reward good, that's what I've got to do.
Okay.
Let's see. That give you enough time, Steve? That's pretty brief, wasn't it? I'm
going to sell gold. Just sort of like stick with my short-term plan. Trading at 18.38 at the moment. Target to move. Well, I'll just leave it like that, shall I? Let's get a reasonable stop. Where's the stop on here? It's not very. Very, very tight stop. So stop is at 18.22 spot 38, getting short at 18.18 spot 38, and targeting 18.02 spot 38. There's my negative looking.
Lovely. Good luck.
Charles.
Okay, cool. So selling oil, selling Bitcoin, selling gold. Let's see how they go. So not expecting much today from markets really in terms of volatility events. There isn't a lot going on. There's no news out from what I can see on the calendar of any high impact. US markets are closed for President's Day, and the Chinese markets are still shut from their New Year celebrations. Anything on, so Eurogroup meetings to discuss recovery, aid packages, or more targeted measures, so there could be something maybe from that. Other than that, I think we can wrap it up, gents.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, have a good day, everybody, and
enjoy that.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.